I'm curious about how a trafficking operation gets built, because it's not impulse, it's architectural. 1986, Wexner gives Epstein power of attorney over his entire fortune, the largest private residence in Manhattan, and access to Victoria's Secret, where Epstein told young women, "I work for the owner." That was the recruitment line. Victims testified to it, and Wexner later claimed Epstein stole $46 million and never called the police, because that's what billionaires do when someone steals from them. Nothing. Epstein funded a modeling agency through Jean-Luc Brunel, MC2 Model Management, offices in New York, Miami, and Tel Aviv. Brunel brought girls from Eastern Europe and South America on promises of modeling careers, some as young as 12. Virginia Gifford testified Epstein told her he'd slept with over 1,000 women Brunel brought in. Brunel left messages at Epstein's Palm Beach house saying he just did a good one, 18 years, and another saying he has a teacher for you, she is 2 times 8 years old. That's how he said 16. 1991, the Bronfman family co-founds the mega group with Wexner, about 20 billionaires coordinating pro-Israel political giving. And here's where it gets strange. The Bronfman daughter Claire later bankrolled Exivim, a sex trafficking cult in upstate New York run by a man named Keith Raniere, who branded women's pelvic areas with his initials using a cauterizing pen, collected nude photos as blackmail collateral, kept women on 500-calorie diets, created a secret society of slaves and masters, and was sentenced to 120 years. Claire Bronfman pled guilty and got 81 months. Same family mega group to Exivim, same pattern, recruitment through legitimate fronts, coercion, sexual exploitation, blackmail material, and billionaire protection. 1993, Epstein buys a ranch near Los Alamos, New Mexico, and the Santa Fe Institute, where Nobel laureates gathered. He gave $6.5 million to Harvard's program for evolutionary genomics, $525,000 to MIT. After his conviction, funded a transhumanist organization, planned to use the ranch to impregnate 20 women simultaneously with his DNA to seed the human race. Wanted to freeze his head and his penis. Funded George Church, the Harvard geneticist, developing a dating app that bioethicists call eugenics. The eugenics movement didn't die, it just got rebranded and moved to a ranch next to a weapons lab. 1994, returns to Winterloch and builds a lodge next to the junior girls camp. First known victim, age 13, he and Ghislaine walked up to her on a bench between classes. 1995, buys an island and wires every room for video. 1996, Maria Farmer reports him to the FBI, nothing happens. 1998, the FBI gets a second complaint, nothing happens. 2000, Virginia Gifford recruited at Mar-a-Lago at age 16 by Ghislaine. That's Trump's club. Gifford testified she was trafficked to multiple powerful men, including a prince, a governor, a Harvard professor, and a modeling agent. I'm just curious how a man builds a modeling pipeline on 3 continents, a breeding ranch next to a weapons lab, an island wired for blackmail, and gets reported to the FBI twice, and nobody does anything until a mother calls the local police 5 years later.